Hey everybody, welcome back to the garden. If you're like me, every morning starts out with a nice cup of joe. I've been drinking coffee since my teens, my 20s. Now a couple years ago I did switch off from regular to decaf, which really helped. I mean, that was a pot a day I was drinking of regular coffee. Talk about wired, man. I'll tell you what. But since then I switched to decaf. That was a hard process to get through. I'm not going to talk about caffeine headaches. I'm not going to talk about all that stress. But once you manage to get through the decaf and not have caffeine in your life, life is easy on coast. But I managed to replace my coffee with something else, something that's saving me a lot of money. Stay tuned. We'll find out. Cheers. So it's been well over a month that I haven't had any coffee. I tell you what, the savings on my budget, I think I'm going to save over $300 this year. So it's going to be huge going forward if I can keep this trend up. Now, that's not to say I'm not going to drink any coffee ever again, but I'm just talking about ways that you could replace coffee with something else, something that you could grow in your garden, something free. So it's going to be something that's going to be a game changer for me. I feel like already this past month has been a game changer already. So what is my secret weapon? Well, there's going to be a few secret weapons in here, a few hidden tricks. So this last winter, I started drinking some chamomile tea. Chamomile is very prominent in my garden in the spring, early summertime. I tell you what, it is everywhere. Once you guys get the good solid plant going with that, those seeds just spread, and then you'll have volunteers. I didn't even plant a single chamomile plant from seed this year. All of my plants this year were from seed that blew in the wind and fell down whenever I was harvesting and everything else. So chamomile tea, that was my start. Last winter I started drinking that in the evenings. It's kind of a soothing, cooling effect on you, which is probably not so great in the mornings, but it is something warm and hot to drink. If that's something you got to get used to, chamomile tea is awesome for that. The next big item in my garden actually became a pest. I grew this from seed. I planted it in an area. I thought the tag I thought said celery on it. It wasn't celery. I'm a dumb gardener. I know I shouldn't confuse this with celery, but I did. It was a young plant when I planted it, and I planted it right over here next to my grapes. And man, I tell you what, it's been a chore to get rid of. I still can't get rid of it, but in the meantime, I've been using it, and that pest right now has become a fixture in my garden, something that I use every morning. So it's not really a pest, it's becoming into a benefit. Talk about when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. Well, when life gives you mint, you make some tea. I tell you what, mint tea has been extraordinary in the mornings for me. I've been making it with different ways. Just gives me that uplift that I need in the morning. I don't really need too much because I've been off the caffeine for a while, but it gives me that uplift in the morning. So how do I use them? Well, typically I'll go through and I will pluck up a few mint leaves for a couple days, put them in a glass of water, and then essentially pull the mint leaves as I need them. The chamomile, I harvested that as soon as I could get it off. I've been pulling it out. I haven't really used the chamomile fresh. I've been sticking that stuff in the dehydrator and then dehydrating it so I have a good supply for the winter. I've been using that, the dehydrated form in my tea. So basically I just got a little funnel thing that goes over my coffee cup. I even got a big Yeti mug that I use. Put that over there, get some water, some steaming hot water, pour over it, and voila, there you go. You have a lovely tea. You can either put chamomile by itself, you can put chamomile mint together, you can add honey to both of those recipes or all three of those recipes. You can have mint by itself as well. There's quite a few combinations that you can have. It never gets boring. You know, if you realize that you're drinking coffee, you're usually having the same coffee every morning, unless you add some type of creamer or flavoring to it. But I typically was doing the same coffee every morning, so I typically don't get bored with that at all. Will I be able to keep this going? Yes, we're going to take some mint, we're going to bring it in, we're going to make sure we get it dried out properly. I'm going to work on those steps. The chamomile, we're also going to get it, we also have it dried out properly, put those into jars. As my journey continues with this, I feel like we're not going to just end just at the mint and the chamomile. I've heard you can use marigolds. I've heard you can use calendulas. I've drank tea with coriander in it, cilantro, coriander, that kind of stuff. We're going to do a little experimenting as time goes on. Also with the mint, there are several different types of mint. You have your chocolate mint, you got your spearmint, you got your peppermint. I got some mountain mint, I think it's what it's called. It tastes just a little bit different than the other mint that I have in here. I have some orange mint. It's got a good citrusy orange flavor to it. I have a strawberry mint that really smells like strawberry. I haven't used that. I'm still kind of growing that one up a little bit, trying to get it up and healthy. Also from the mint family, the bee balm is there. I am working also with some red roselle hibiscus. You can use the calyxes off of those to make yourself some seeds there. I do have some elderberry. We're going to try to make into some syrup. I could put that in some of my tea in the winter time. That's supposed to be really good for your immune system and so forth. I'm going to do a little research, do a little reading, find some new ways of making some different teas. All what I can grow inside my garden. Isn't that going to be fantastic? It's going to save me about $300 a year if I can do this and keep this up. So, how do I feel without having the coffee? Well, chamomile and the mint both have a energizing effect on my body after a while. I feel like I'm doing a more natural thing. Sometimes that coffee, especially the decaf, it's not made with the most natural process. So I feel like the mint is keeping me all natural. I don't spray any pesticides or anything on that stuff. It does me well. I feel like my gut health has been better. I don't know, I'm not really a doctor or herbalist to tell you all the benefits of this, but I'm still here. I'm doing well. I'm thriving, I believe. So why don't you guys try it? I'm challenging everybody. Take a week, 2 weeks, maybe even a month. Try replacing your coffee with stuff in your garden. See how well it does. You just might change your life a little bit. If you like what I'm doing here, please click that subscribe button. Give me that thumbs up, give me that like. Let me know, have you guys tried any type of teas out of your garden? How did the teas work for you? Cheers, everybody. God bless.